Hello everyone, welcome back to another Friday video. Today we are going to be doing some more live day trading slash potentially some nice swing trading as well. So for those of you who watched my extremely long and boring ass video last Friday, I made a live day trading video last Friday and I made a whopping total of 0 trades because the market was absolutely dead. If I go back to the Friday from last week, uh, okay, leap year's got me all messed up. So Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday. Yeah, I think that was Friday. I don't know. Whatever. Regardless, it was a very, very crappy, low probability trading environment. Very choppy, very low volume, pretty much just going absolutely freaking nowhere. So it was very, very lackluster. Today is very different though. Today I've got a lot of interesting things going on as far as, well, I've got a lot of trades on right now. One of them is on SE, which is something that I entered earlier. And sorry, I'm kind of distracted. There's just so much shit going on. Let me just go ahead and start with market first, of course. So, what's going on? Well, you know that from, I don't even need to say the same thing anymore at this point. We all know this is a very bullish long term market. And today, we are actually above the all time high and we're breaking out above it. Right, you can see last week here, this was the Nvidia earnings announcement. We kind of compressed here during the week. We pretty much chopped around doing not a whole lot of anything. And then yesterday at the end of the day, we had a really nice string of buying into the end of the market. And which is kind of interesting because to start the day off, we kind of had a choppy gap reversal forming. And so if you go down here, right, if I scroll back, this was the price action yesterday. We gapped up, did nothing for about 45 minutes, and then bam, long red candle. Chopped around, compressed, did nothing, and then boom, another long red candle back to the low from the prior day. And then the rest of the day, we kind of just grinded higher, and then we had this really nice string of buying here at the end of the day. So, what's going on today? Well, today we had a small gap up, kind of chilled for a bit here. We started off with a pending bearish 1OP cycle, right? So we know not to rush into anything in the first 45 minutes of trading or so, right? We got to figure out what the hell's going on. And what did we see? We saw mixed candles, green, red, red, green, red. This was the consumer confidence number. That's what that really long wick is there. And then we had a nice green key bar. And then we broke out above yesterday's high. Okay, do you go long here? Well, you maybe could. At this point, I would have only put on a starter position because you can see that although, yes, we're above the prior day's high, right? This isn't the strongest price action ever. Yes, the volume is decent here, but you can see that we do have some mixed candles here, right? Just this long green candle is not enough to tell me it's time to go long, baby. Well, guess what? Now we try to move forward. We get this bearish engulfing candle. Okay, we're just testing this breakout from the prior day's high. And then we get this nice long green candle off of this, and then we start to march higher. This is where I started going long, and I had so many freaking setups popping up at the same time, and I felt so bullish. And all these stocks popping up with my alerts had such solid daily charts that I was like, I'm just gonna send it right now because I feel good and I'm going to go ahead and enter them. So I'm in a good amount of positions right now, which I feel great about all of them. And I posted about a little less than half of them into the chat room just because, like I said, I've been a little bit caught up with just so many things happening this morning. And sorry, I don't know what just happened here. Why did I zoom back? Excuse me, let me get my train of thought back. Yeah, let me just chill for a second. Yeah, I'm in quite a few positions. We'll go over them, and I will tell you why I'm bullish. And then we will do some live trading. So you already know what I'm feeling about this market. I believe that we've been sitting here near the high for the last hour or so. We're letting this bearish 1OP cross or cycle finish. And now we get a long green key bar to the high of the day. I think we're going to break out here and continue to follow through. We're at an all-time high. The volume is good today, and I feel like today is setting up to be a nice potential bullish trend day. So that's part of why I'm feeling so strong about trades right now. And one of these trades I'm in is SE, which I liked this bounce off of VWAP here. And so what did I do? Well, I like bounces off of VWAP, so I took this trade. You'll notice if you go to the daily chart, this just had earnings, or excuse me, it didn't just have earnings. It has earnings very soon on the 4th. So this is only a day trade. I am not looking to swing it. This breakout above the 200 SMA is nice, right? You can see the heavy volume, but I am not swinging into the earnings announcement. That is not what I'm trying to do. So this is purely just a day trade. I would like to see us get back to the high of the day. So I'm just going to set this alert. You can see here, I have one here. I have another one here to see if this pullback starts to bounce up at the bottom of this long green key bar. If this alert is hit here, well, I mean, it could be okay. You can see the stock is kind of choppy, right? So it's not like this is going to be a go, go, go kind of thing, but ideally this continues to go up along with the market. So we'll see what happens. So that's one I am in. And then the rest of these that I am in are all stocks that have strong daily charts that I am more than happy to lean on, but that I also feel have a chance to make a good run today. So what are these stocks? Well, the first one is WDC. You can see here we have a nice big breakout above the earnings high from January 25th. You can see after the earnings, we kind of just drifted lower, and then you draw in this downward sloping trend line, broke it to the upside, breakout above AVWAP-E. Okay, that's nice. We pull back, we test that breakout, and then yesterday we put in a nice long green key bar. I think this would have been a nice entry point. I did not enter it though, because it just had not popped up on my radar. And you can see now we've got this legion of trendline breaks or breaches, and the stock is putting in a nice strong move right now. So I am long this stock. Where did I go long? I went long right around here. I like this. It pulled back to VWAP. We put in a higher low. You can see here, we put in a Heikin-Ashi reversal, and I went in long around 63.44. Yeah, and then we just got this nice pop, and I'm expecting this to keep going higher as well. So what am I going to do? Set an alert at the bottom of this green key bar. Like to see that hold, and I will set an alert up there just so I know if it goes higher, and I might consider even adding to it. Okay, let me try to go through these quickly because there's just a lot going on here. What is another one I am long? Another one I am long is MRVL. Sorry, not Dell. Actually, wait, let me take a look at Dell. I set a particular alert on this earlier. Okay, here's what I like about Dell. Yes, it just had earnings today, but you can see that stock gapped, obviously gapped up a pretty big amount. Okay, pulled back. We have some profit taking. You can see we kind of got this compressed little price action here. We put in a higher low. Not doing anything too interesting. Try to get above VWAP, get pushed down, and now we're trying again. So see this breakout here. If this tries to move higher, pulls back to VWAP, finds support, and then bounces again, I will day trade that. That is a setup I am very comfortable with trading. And I'm going to go ahead and set an HA reversal alert. So let's go and do that. Put it at the high here, and we'll wait to see. Okay, like I said, there's a lot of stocks popping up that I had on my console earlier that I had set alerts on. So kind of just watching to see. MRVL. Where did I go long on MRVL? I went long on MRVL around 75.85, which I think is somewhere around here. Yeah, I liked how we had this long green key bar to the high of the day. We pull back, we try to test the halfway point. Sellers push it down just to see what's there at the open of it, and buyers come in. So I've got support at the halfway point and the opening of it, and then we bounce right back up. We engulf this red candle here. I'm feeling bullish, so it's time to go long. So I went long right there, and you can see the stock is grinding higher. You can see the market is grinding higher. Very cool. And what else do we got going on? Well, MRVL, you can see we had this nice downward sloping trend line that was broken to the upside. We have a couple of other longer term trend lines that are broken here. And you can see that the stock has been kind of just compressing in this little range here, not really doing a whole lot, just sort of bouncing around. This breakout today is really nice. This breakout yesterday above these highs was cool, but I still wanted to see a break above this line here before I did anything. And now we've got the big breakout today. And why is it so strong today? Well, a lot of the semis are very strong today, and MRVL, excuse me, is also a part of the semis. So it's also participating in that. You can see the volume is heavy. I like this setup technically. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to ride the trade because it's strong. And just for the sake of, well, let's see if I get any kind of pullback. I'm going to set this alert so that if it pulls back and it pulls back just a little bit and then it bounces again, then I can add to it. I like to add on pullbacks in strength on the stock. Okay. I need to hurry the hell up with this because there's just too many things going on. Abercrombie & Fitch, I went long on this one at about 130.22 earlier today. This one I posted in the chat room. What did I like? Well, I had this nice bounce off of VWAP and I went on long pretty much on this green key bar here. You can see the stock is pulling back here. I am not concerned about it whatsoever. I don't really care even if this thing pulls back the rest of the day and just drips lower, which I'm not expecting it to do. But why am I so bullish about it when it's pulling back and the market is going higher right now? Shouldn't I be scared? Hell no. Why not? Look at this freaking chart. This is insane. This is very tight, orderly, bullish price action. Like, this cannot be any nicer than pretty much anything else you could go long. So I really like this on the daily chart, and I'm going to hold it and go for a swing. It's just going to be an overnight swing at best, though, because we have earnings on the 6th of March. So I'm not going to be holding this for a very long time, but I am expecting it to just gradually grind higher into earnings. Why do I feel confident about that? Well, look at what it's done every single time into the earnings number, right? We had earnings here. We, well, rallied up into it. Earnings here, rallied up into it. Earnings here, rallied up into it. So I feel good about this. Yes, I do have to be a little bit more careful just because earnings is in 6-ish days, but I feel pretty good about this and I don't mind holding this over the weekend. What else am I long? I am long DoorDash. Yeah. You can see on the daily chart, nice breakout here. I think I went long, or let me just check. I can literally see. I went long at 128.83. What did I like? I like this bounce off of VWAP. You already guessed it. I like entering on pullbacks to VWAP where I get a nice bounce. And I'm feeling good about DoorDash. I'm expecting it to try to break out above the prior days, or excuse me, the prior high. When is it going to happen? I don't know. With the bullish market, I'm suspecting it's probably going to happen at some point. And if it doesn't, then that's fine. I like the daily chart. It's strong. It's above the earnings high here from February 15th. So I feel like this one has a great chance to go. What else? Target I am long. TGT. Why am I long Target? Well, you can see it's a choppy stock, but it's got a nice bullish move grind higher since earnings. And you can see that there's this 1OTL H plus line. These are automated trend lines drawn by Option Soccer Pro. I'm only in this for a day trade. I could swing it, but I just wanted to see if I could catch a nice move on this. And that's pretty much what I got here, right? This is a long red key bar, so it's kind of, got to watch it because the price action up to this point hasn't been particularly strong in that it's not stacked green candles of a single color. We have green, red, green, red, green, red. We have wicks and tails. So this one I'm just watching to see what it can do for a day trade. I went long on this one at 154.13. So again, it was like right on this bounce. So I'm trying to see if I can get this to 155. If not, I'll let it bounce around a bit, see what it can do. So that's Target. I am also long AMAT. You can see here another big bullish breakout here. We had earnings kind of chill out for a bit around AVWAP. We pull back, right? Breakout above AVWAP. We test the breakout. And then yesterday we get a nice bullish hammer off of it. And today, well, it is also very strong. Where did I go long on this one? I went long on this one at, well, you guessed it, this bounce somewhere around here, which technically I think I went long maybe at the high of the day. And, you know, normally I'm more conservative about going long at the high of the day because most days we don't really have a potential bullish trend day forming, right? Most days it's going to be some kind of just, you know, whatever price action like this. But I felt very bullish on the stock in the market. I like the D1, so I went long. In fact, I actually added to this guy as it was making a new high. So I am going to stay in this because I'm expecting it to keep grinding higher. Where would I place an alert to tell me if something troubling is happening? Well, I'm just going to put it there. I'm willing to swing this if I can potentially get more out of it. So totally fine with that. What else am I long? I am also long AVGO. And this guy is also breaking out. Also part of the semis. So you can see today, very bullish price action. It is also grinding higher. I really like this bullish hammer here. I might consider adding to this thing if I can. Where would I consider adding? I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop this rather steep trend line just to see if I can get any kind of pullback, and perhaps I can align that with a bullish 103 P cross in the market here, so that if it does hit it and the market's going higher, then I'm gonna add to it because I feel good about it. I also opened a position in Lily, or LLY. What do I like about it? It's a choppy stock, right? It's not go, go, go like a tech stock, but I like this pullback to AVWAP-E yesterday, and today we have a nice big bounce off of it. Where did I go long? I'm long at about 77864. You can see it's not really participating a whole lot today. It's kind of just sitting there. I'm totally okay with this. This is more of a swing position, honestly. I'm expecting it to challenge this high again, so totally fine just holding this right now. And what else? I think that's actually it. Okay, I have less going on than I thought I did, which I still have quite a bit of positions on right now. And lucky for you guys, normally I have all of my alerts popping up on my monitor, which is probably annoying because I don't clear them right away and I keep talking. But this time, I'm actually using my second monitor. I'm not sitting on my couch using just my laptop. I actually plugged it into my external monitor, so my alerts are popping up on the other screen. And we're gonna go ahead and check them out. I'm gonna go to the 5-minute chart just to see. Let me go to Firefox, which is the browser I use and where the chat room is. Let's just go ahead and take a look really quickly. Vertex, if you're not trading the answers, you're missing the market move. Give me the roadmap, blah, 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 blah. Yes, traders in the room are busy. They don't always have time to post. That is kind of me right now. And I'm sure it's probably the same for Dave, Harry, pretty much a lot of people in the chat, honestly. Yeah, so I will at some point say I am recording a video and that is why I'm not saying anything and or whatevering. So yeah. Okay, so obviously the chat room is very busy because we are all feeling that this could be setting up to be a nice day. Okay, so VRT, I like this on the daily chart. You can see we're getting a little breakout above this high here. Stock has been kind of choppy here though, so nothing too great. It's also just not really doing much here. You can see it's just been kind of chopping around VWAP. It's not really getting a nice follow through. What I would like to see though is if it breaks out above this high, which it's trying right now, I want to see if it gets follow through, or if it pulls back, which I suspect it might given this choppiness. I want to see if it tests that breakout and then goes higher. And if it does, that could be decent. Okay, I'm going to reset this alert in a little bit because I have too many things to be going through right now. STX, I like it on the daily chart. You can see yesterday it broke out above these gajillion different trend lines. And now it is getting follow through, which is great. Volume today is decent. it's kind of just sitting at VWAP right now. It's a little bit compressed, which, that's fine. I will go ahead and see if I can buy a breakout above this. I want to see it hold VWAP. Let's see, Dell, let me go ahead and check this. Okay, so see how Dell is just sitting at VWAP here? The longer it compresses here, it holds it, and if it breaks out here, I am probably going to consider buying that because I like this little gradual grind higher after this round of profit taking earlier. Okay, someone posted something. Okay. WDC, I am long this one. We talked about this earlier. What do I want to do here? I like it. I like that it's held this halfway point of this long green key bar. I went long here. I like what it's doing right now. It's adding to this. So I'm going to go ahead and add to that position really quickly. So let me go ahead and do that on my other screen. How much am I going to add to it? I'm going to add a little less than half to it. So I'm not doubling up or anything, but like I said, I feel good about the position and I like the daily chart and I feel bullish about the market. So I've got a lot going for me to feel confident to add to this right now. So that's WDC. Targets I just got an alert on. Well, actually just a little bit ago. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. You can see it's grinding higher. I told you earlier, this is just a day trade. So see what it does. Just see if it keeps grinding higher. What's my target on this? I don't really, that's funny, huh? Target on target. I am so freaking funny. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and set a price alert for 155. Here, we'll do 154.99. So if it closes above that, then I will know about it. Okay, so I'll just let this do it. If it pulls back here to the ADMA and it can't hold it, then I might take my gains. We'll see. It's a choppy stock and I'm only day trading it, so I'm being a little bit more tight-eyed on this one, you can say. STX, we already looked at. Dell, we already looked at, but just getting another pop-up on that. AMAT. Let's see, I've already added to this one, so I want to add again. I could. What I don't like, or what it holds me back just at this moment, is you can see that we had the high here. You can see the market had a high here. And since then, the market has gone up. Oh, whoa, my studies are popping up on the other screen. That's interesting. Is it not going to show? Okay, well, what do I not like about this? I don't dislike it. I really like the stock, but I want to see it move higher right now with the market. You can see that when the market was kind of just chilling at the high here, this was pulling back a little bit, which is fine, but I want to see this participate a little bit more. Let's see it break out to a new high, and then I'll take a look more closely at it. TGT, that pulled back really quickly to the ADMA. What am I going to do? Just set an alert down here. Set an alert at the high, and keep going. AVGO just had an alert pop up. What's happening here? Not really anything. It's just compressing at the high. So what do? I'll just set an alert right here. If it breaks that, then consider adding to it. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and set an alert right underneath that too, so that I will know about it when that happens. Okay. What else? What else? AVTR was something I was watching. Okay, I like this. Why? Well, let's go to the daily chart first of all. You can see we had earnings about half a month ago, so the stock has been digesting those gains. You can see that when we had earnings, we broke out above this high here, which is a relative high. Okay. And this high went back to August, July of last year. Yeah, so we held that breakout. We kind of sat around at AVWAP, and now today, well, we're trying to break out above this high here from the earnings high. Honestly, I like this just because I like this compression here. The market really hasn't been doing a whole lot. In fact, it's been slightly pulling back earlier this week, and this kind of just sat here. So I'm okay with this. Do I go long right now? No, I want to wait a little bit longer just to see what it does around that earnings high. I just want to see it get a little bit more follow through. So while I like the VWAP bounce, it's not moving aggressively, right? The price action is a little bit choppy, so nothing to get too insane about. So I'm just gonna wait there. Okay, sorry if I flip back and forth between what's it called, the chat and the charts, because I'm just watching. Set an alert here, just see how the stock closes on target, and then we can reevaluate later. Netflix, okay, I like Netflix. It's breaking out to a new high. Okay, what do I do with this? Well, Netflix is normally really choppy, so I normally would not be wanting to chase a breakout to a high of the day on this stock, but it's got a really nice daily chart. Like, it's got really nice daily chart. It's just been kind of chilling at AVWAP for a bit, dipped briefly below it, went up, pulled back, test that AVWAP, and then we've just been kind of grinding higher. I'm expecting this to grind ever so slightly higher. I'm just gonna put a small starter position on. So what does that mean? Well, I'm not going all in right away, but I'm gonna go ahead and just put on something small just to start with. And if and when I get a pullback, which I will at some point, then I will consider adding more to the position. And if by some weird case this just keeps going up and up and up, then, well, I've got a starter on and I can consider adding more in at some other point. Okay, target. Yeah, it's just pulling back a bit. I'll go ahead and just take my profit on this one. Is that what I want to do? No, you know what? I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to wait for the candle to close. You never know how it's going to close. I don't mind taking profit down here if it hits that, but I want to see it hold this ADMA, see if it can close above it. So I'm not going to jump the gun too quickly on target right now. Okay, NET. Someone called this out earlier in the chat room. What's so great about this? Well, it's just been kind of compressing after earnings, right? It almost filled in all of the gap, but it didn't, okay? Did pull back a little bit, and now we've been compressing here. We have a decent breakout above yesterday's high. There's nothing on this daily chart, though, that says, you know, you gotta buy it right now, and you can see that this is kind of just chopping around here right now, so I'm not really a fan. Even for a day trade, it's just like I'm not crazy about it. If I get a pullback closer down here, then I don't know, maybe I could consider it for a day trade, but it's just not that strong right now, and the daily chart is nothing to write home about, so I'll pass on that for now. NTNX, okay, I like this. I think this just posted earnings. Yeah, it just had earnings. Okay, so if I'm going to trade this, it's just going to be a day trade. Why? Well, because the earnings just were announced. It's going to take time for that move to fully be realized. And what the hell does that mean? It just means that this move after the earnings oftentimes just starts to kind of sit a bit and nothing is happening. So I wouldn't want to swing it just for the case of, well, you know, what if it pulls back? I don't know. Yes, this is nice bullish follow through, but I don't need to worry about jumping into a just announced earnings trade swing so quickly. All right, one more quick thing. Target just popped up again when I was about to click on a different alert. You see that right there? Had I closed it right away, right, then I would have gotten out at 154.66. But I waited to see how the candle closes instead of just panic exiting or whatever, right? That's something you want to do. And that's why I kept setting the alert as it made a new low, new low, new low, just because I wanted to see what it does instead of just closing it right away. And that's why using hard stops, not always or pretty much never the best thing to do if you can stick to mental stops, because oftentimes you're just going to have noise hit the stock. And what the hell is noise? It just means, like, especially on a choppy stock like this, like, it's just going to bounce up and down around while each candle is forming. So you don't want to just prematurely exit out when it was just a quick bid check or something and then it just bounces higher. So that's why I'm not exiting it right now. I'm just going to see what it does here. If it triggers this alert and it closes below the ADMA, then I'll watch it. Okay. Let's see what Pete says. Here's my idea. I have a market that is making new all-time high. If I'm going to short anything, better be breaking D1 support and heavy volume. Why else would I take a short in this market? The A is compressing, has strong horizontal support. If I looked, I could probably find a dozen shorts I like better. There's no trade here. True. Shorting in a very strong market, especially on a bullish trend day to a new all-time high, that's kind of dangerous. And just right away, look at the 5-minute chart on BA. By the way, I think there was an announcement about some sort of merger or something, but that price action, there's nothing there that says short. And on the D1 chart, it's just trapped in this box, we'll call it, of this range. There's no technical breakdown here. If it can break this area here, then sure, it could set up as a decent short. But today, if you're gonna short something, it better be very, very weak on very heavy volume. Excuse me, I'm just drinking some water. And what am I trying to say? Yeah, if you're trying to short against a bullish trend day, generally is not a good idea. I would be careful with that. Okay. Let's take a look. LLY just popped up as an alert. It's probably just touching the highs here. Yeah, okay. I don't care. Let's see what it can do. Let's see if it can get to the previous high. Then it could potentially be more interesting. GCT. I set this earlier. You can see we have a nice breakout here above this high that we had yesterday. And today it's moving higher, but this is way too choppy for me. Look at this, like up, down, up, down, up, down. On a bullish trend day like today, I do not need to settle for anything like this. Even if I get a nice pullback to VWAP and bounce, like there's just so many better things I could be trading right now that I just don't really care for this. And by the way, I have so many alerts and I apologize. I'm just kind of jumping around all over the place, but let's take a look at the market. You can see the market right now we're still kind of at the high here. We're just sort of compressing a bit. This is fine. We don't want any explosive moves higher with really long green candle stacked over and over again, because that's going to attract profit taking. And what we want is just a continuous gradual grind higher. And that's pretty much what we're getting right now. So market still looks great. We still have a pending bullish 1OP cross coming. So I'm expecting that to bring the market up to a new high. Whoa, sorry. My computer is just lagging a little bit because I am recording, and I also have this open, and I think it's a little bit laggy on this monitor. So no worries. And there you go. Look at target. See, I could have panicked here, like I said earlier, and I would have stopped out, which I still would have had a nice gain, but now take a look at target. It's making a new high, and I'm getting 30 cents more of this if I exited right now, which I'm still not going to do because context, we have a bullish trend day. So what am I going to do? Just set this alert here, replace this one that I said earlier, and watch it go. So you take in what you just saw here. I waited for the candle to close. I did not jump in and judge by the character of how it looks right now before it closes. You really need to make sure you watch those M5 candles close for your day trades. And especially so for swing trades, you have to wait for the D1 candle to close, because it might look like something during the day, right? Like take a look here on target, right? If you bought at the high of the day thinking I'm going to swing this because take a look, it's going high, it's off to the races, ended up being a bearish hammer. And I mean, target's still in a gradual trend higher, so it just tested the ADMA the next day. But what I'm trying to say is, like, whatever time frame you are trading in, you got to wait for those candles to close so that you don't accidentally prematurely enter something where you need to, wait for the candle to close, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, that made 0 sense. My brain is just processing a lot right now. Okay, market is going higher. And I have an alert on CART. This is Instacart. Do I want to go long here? No, I don't. Why not? Well, we're grinding higher, but look at this price action. Green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, wick tail. Low volume. I don't like that. There's so much better on a day like today. SMCI is also kind of similar deal. We have a pullback to VWAP, which, oh my God, that's my favorite setup, right? Sure, but look at this bounce. Is this a nice quality bounce? Hell no, it's not. This is definitely not a quality bounce. So I am not trying to go long on that right now. TXN. Ooh, this is nice. I like this. And I also like this breakout. We have support here at the 50 SMA. We have room to this gap here. Right? Set that alert. Yeah. Earnings were already announced. I like TXN. Someone went long this yesterday. Yeah. I'm totally fine with this. I like it on the daily chart too. So I'm going to go ahead and enter a starter position on this. Let me go ahead and do that really quickly on my other screen. Okay. And just go in right away. Don't mind buying it here. I'm long at 176.5. So what am I looking for? Well, it's got a nice grind higher today. Not really looking for much other than I'm expecting it to just keep having this nice move higher. So I'm going to just have that there. I might even consider posting that trade into the chat room. CRM. Sure. I like this. This just had earnings. So I'm not really a fan of like, do I go swing this right now? But for a day trade, yeah, I like it. Where would I want to go exit? Take the loss to offset gains. Okay. Sorry, what am I thinking here? Yeah, I don't mind day trading this. I like this setup here. What would I be looking to get? See if I can get to the high of the day. That would be cool. So where would my stop be? Well, my stop would be if it crosses below VWAP, closes below, and it drifts lower. Well, then I probably don't really want to stay long on this guy. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go ahead and actually day trade this because I like this setup. And again, remember, it's just a day trade because what? Because it just announced earnings. And I have a bullish market. Yes, it was pulling back, but CRM is also not a huge, like, stack green candles and never look back kind of stock. So I don't mind going long here. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead, open a position, long CRM. Whoops, that is not what I was trying to go long on. CRM. I am long CRM at 316.80. Yes, 316.79. Okay, cool. So I have an alert to tell me if it closes below, sorry, not above VWAP. And if it can close below it, then I'm going to know about it. But otherwise, I'm expecting it to grind higher. My target, I'd like to see it get up to the high of the day. Let's see if it at least gets to here. And then we'll see what happens. Okay, NTNX. This also just announced earnings. I think we were looking at this one earlier. Do I want to go long this right now? I mean, it's okay, right? You can see we had these bounce off of VWAP here. We've had some higher lows. It's not a super fast moving stock, but it does look nice. It's compressing here. It's not particularly amazing, but I'll go ahead and just set an alert here, just see what happens. ANF. Okay, told you I was long this earlier. Just bouncing off of VWAP, nothing too crazy. AMAT, excellent. I love this. Let's see. I'm just going to let it keep going for now. Look at it later. AVGO, also very nice. It is just continuing to grind higher. So what am I going to do with that? Absolutely nothing. I'm just going to let it keep doing what it's doing. So that's AVGO. MRVL. Okay. So we're getting a pullback here from the high. How do I feel about that? That's okay. I mean, these are two long red key bars. It's a heavy volume day, so I'm not too surprised by that. I want to see it hold the ADMA. If it closes below it, I might take profit just because I have really nice profit on this. I could swing it, but I've already made a very nice gain on this. And if it's pulling back and the market is pulling back, or the market's going higher, then just kind of want to watch it. I don't need to panic or anything, just watching it right now. STX, still trying to get that VWAP bounce, still trying to see it poke around here. And we're not getting that bounce off of it yet, so I'm just watching. Let's see. Dash. Okay, Dash seems to be having some difficult time getting above this high, which, okay, that's fine. Does that mean I exit? No. Why not? Well, I like the stock on the daily chart, right? So I don't mind holding it. And honestly, with a bullish market, which again, I'm continuing, or I expect for us to just continue grinding higher, I am pretty sure that at some point it's going to try to hit this, and if it does and it makes a new high, it is going to get a nice pop up through. And why is that? Well, guess what? I am sure there are dumbasses up here who are shorting it and have their stops here, thinking that, oh, it's gone up so much and I can get such a nice timing at the top here, and it's going to just fall down after because no one uses DoorDash anymore because whatever. I don't know. That's just some ridiculous scenario. But what I'm trying to say is there are definitely stops up here, and if they trigger, we'll get a nice move higher. And a breakout to the new high will also attract buyers. And so that's just going to put more money into the stock. And I'm expecting that to happen with this backdrop in the market. Context. If we had a choppy day, right, like yesterday, before, you know, we had this nice bounce or whatever, and even then, right, I really would not have expected this nice grind higher just based on what I saw earlier, just because I had the presence of sellers were around earlier. So if it were yesterday and I saw this, I would take gains now, because clearly that would be resistance. And if I didn't feel confident that the market is going to carry higher, then why the hell would this break out the high here if, you know, the market's not going to do anything? Okay. Okay, just other stuff here. Nothing too crazy. Okay. Alerts. Okay. Target. So it made a high here. Oh, look at that. It pretty much hit right at 154.99, which is right where I set this alert here. So I guess if I put it at 154.98, then I would have seen it. Whatever. Again, I'm not going to close it right away. Just reset the alert and go on to the next chart. AVGO. Man, this thing is freaking strong. I like it. Okay. I feel like I'm getting duplicate alerts at this point because I have a stack of alerts that I just probably did not get to yet. SE, told you this earlier. I took a day trade on it. And it's not really doing anything right now. What does that mean? Well, it just means that we have market going higher, and this is kind of struggling a little bit. So, don't know how I feel about this bearish engulf here, which, to be fair, we did have that in the market. So let's just go ahead and see what this does. By the way, for some reason, it seems like there's some issue with Option Stalker Pro lately where the alerts trigger and then, or like the trendline alerts trigger and then nothing really happens. Like they don't go away sometimes. So I need to figure that out, what's going on with that. CAT, I was looking for a bounce off of a VWAP here, which we kind of got one, but you can see how choppy the stock is, and the stock generally has low volume. So it's not really anything to get super excited about. And, you know, it's at this earnings high here, and you can see there maybe is a little resistance there. I don't know. It's not the strongest right now, so I don't care for it. Just going to pass on that. TGT. Let's see. Well, backing off from the high. Okay, I know I keep flipping back to target because I have alerts set. Let's go ahead and just set that and see what it does. Okay. LRCX. Damn, this is nice. Look at this. Bounce off a VWAP. You get a little grind higher. It's nothing too crazy. You get the teeniest, tiniest little drip back, and then boom. That is very nice. I'm not going to go long on this just because I'm already long other semi stocks right now. And, you know, the semis are amazing, sure, as in they've been performing really well, but I don't need to worry about it. Crocs, nice D1, but just kind of sitting around at this prior high here from yesterday. I don't know. It's definitely nice, but let's just see if we can make a new high and then actually get some follow through. AMD, what's going on here? Again, this is another semi, and it's not the strongest price action. Why is that? Just look at these mixed candles here. This is not anything super duper crazy, right? It's unlike yesterday, which had this insane move here, right? We get a pullback to VWAP, bullish hammer, and then we just go. This was an excellent entry point. I considered taking it, but I didn't like what the market was doing at the time, which again, it was pulling back and it was very choppy. So I passed on it because market first. And well, that ended up being a nice trade, but you know what? That's okay. Smile because I knew I had a good choice. It just wasn't ready with the market. So I'll get it next time. NTNX, okay. It's sitting here doing nothing. Market's pulling back a little bit off the high. Okay, nothing too crazy. Qualcomm, holy shit, that is a nice move. Another semi. Here's nice pullback to VWAP, great entry point. Nice pullback here, bullish engulf, great entry point. Stock on the daily chart also looks excellent. Yeah, damn. I would have entered that for sure had I been a little bit more efficient with managing these alerts. But again, I'm already long a lot of shit, so don't really need to worry about that stuff. NRG, this just had earnings. Yeah, do I like it here? Nah, not really. You can see we've got a little bit of a double top here. Price action is kind of choppy. I don't know. We've got to pull back to view up, but I don't like this red key bar and these tiny bodied candles up here with wicks signaling that there's probably some resistance. CRM, what do you know? Look at that. Where did we enter? 316 somethings, 316.79. Yep. All right. What am I going to do here? Nothing. I'm just going to keep watching this go higher. See if we can get to the high of the day. This is great. And by the way, you see that right here? This pullback to VWAP bounce. I love that shit. That is the entry I will take pretty much in all markets. Because in a choppy market, right, you can expect stocks are going to pull back, right? And so when you have a choppier market, you don't want to be buying at the high of the day, right? And that's pretty much the case for most stocks. And on a bullish trend day, while yes, you might think like, oh my God, but look, the stock is weak, right? It's pulling back and the market's going higher. Like, sure, like you're not wrong about that, right? But again, if I'm just looking to day trade this and I have a bullish trend day forming and I've got this set up here, it's just a day trade, right? If the stock goes below VWAP and it can't do much more and it just sits there and, you know, it's just drifting lower and I'm not going to swing it, then I'm out of it. So my risk is contained, right? And I'm just kind of hanging out in the trade, waiting to see what happens. So yeah, with a bullish trend day, the stock is probably going to get carried up with the market and it probably has strength. It's just pulling back a bit. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Target, which here's probably the 50th time we've taken a look at it. Okay, we had one close below the ADMA. Okay, do I panic? No. What should I do with this? I don't know. Let's go ahead and see. Again, I've got a bullish market. Let's see if it can close below or poke this line here. If it does, then I might just take profit on it. Just end this target trade. It's been a good trade, so you know, I like it. Okay, I'm getting alerts on Dell, which I want to take a look at really quickly. It still is kind of compressing here, but I do like this, right? You can see, whoops, we came up above VWAP, trying to retest it a bit. We pull back up, and now this thing is trying to go higher. It's nice. I just want to see it just poke a little bit more. I do like the increasing volume here. You see this right here? We tested VWAP, okay? And then we start to bounce. The volume is picking up here, so I like this. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do this? I think I'm just going to go ahead and just open a starter on this potentially. You know what? No. I'm just going to wait for this high to get kicked again, which is 122. See how it closes. And then from there, I will go ahead and decide if I'm going to enter this. Okay. Amazon. Nice breakout yesterday. You can see long green key bar off of a VWAP where we were below it, went above, tested it, bam, big bullish engulfing candle off of it. And today we have what? The stock is just chilling here at the high, but it's kind of choppy, so might consider swinging it, but not going to do anything right now. AVTR, I think we talked about this earlier. Excuse me, I'm just drinking some water. Need to keep hydrated while I freaking blab on for hours and hours during this recording. Okay, so AVTR, what's great about this? Well, I think earlier we talked about it. It's just been digesting these gains, and it's been kind of gradually moving higher, but it's choppy, not really doing a whole lot. You know, if it breaks above this high here, then okay, then, you know, maybe we can think about it. Meta. Oh, right. I actually am long Meta. When did I go long on Meta? I think I went long here on this bounce at VWAP, which is around 550 some. Yeah, 548 is where I'm long on Meta. So, okay. Yeah, as I said earlier, I guess I had one more position on than I realized, and I just like what I'm seeing here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just ride this out. Let's see if it can keep going higher. All right, alert on SPY. What is this alert? Well, it's just continuing to grind higher. And again, just for context, I do have a lot of positions on, and most of these I'm fairly comfortable just swinging them because I've got a bullish market longer term, and so many of these stocks are excellent on the daily chart, so they're definitely swingable. So even if the market were to suddenly catastrophically just reverse this move today and pull back to 508, sure, I would be down in these positions or whatever, but I also don't care because I'm trading the chart. The daily chart is excellent. I have a very nice daily chart. Okay, SE. I am still long this. This is another day trade, right? Yeah, this is another day trade one. Yep, okay. So what am I gonna do? It's kind of getting choppy. Just set this alert, we'll just see what it does. I'd like to see it get back to the high here. If it does, then, you know, great. Okay, I still have so many freaking alerts I'm popping through right now. Okay, so remember what I said about VRT, how I was making this high here? Well, yes, and I set that reversal alert to see, is it going to pull back and retest that? Which you can see right now, it's, well, that's exactly what it is doing. So what does that mean? Well, first of all, why didn't I buy it at the high of the day immediately? Because it was choppy as hell. Even though I do have a bullish market, it does not mean, oh, it's time to go long because, you know, stocks are going to break out easily because they have a market tailwind. Like, that's true, but when a stock is choppy like this and it shows resistance here, like, just chill out. You don't need to, like, freak out or anything. Also, I don't know what's going on here, but there's a sudden volume spike in VRT, which is kind of interesting. So let's see if it triggers that. Okay, keep clicking through these alerts. App, no thank you. It's very choppy stock. EMR. This is also pretty choppy. But I like this daily chart. I like this breakout. Do I want to trade this? No, I mean, really, like, no. Like, sure, just if it bounces off of VWAP and then goes higher and it's nice and orderly, then sure, maybe. But even then, like, I'm good. I'm probably good on that. TEVA, not really doing anything. It's also at this high here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just set an alert there. AMAT, let's see. God damn, AMAT is just freaking going bananas. I should have added to this earlier, which I was considering doing, but that's okay. I can always add to it later, and I'm just going to keep watching it. STX, I'm almost done going through these alerts. Holy shit, there are so many freaking alerts. And what do you know? Target is coming back to save the day. It tried to close or whatever, and then it closed once below the ADMA, and then it immediately engulfed that, and it's going back to the upside. Excuse me, I'm just drinking some water. This is such a great fucking stock to look at because there's so many good lessons to get out of this one. And one more lesson. Remember how earlier when it was, I think it was this, maybe this candle here. Yeah, it was this one right here. It was poking below the ADMA and I got that alert and it's like, oh shit, it's pulling back off the high. Look, bearish engulfing candle. I'm going to freak out because it's going to pull back and like, I don't know. I got to set a hard stop because I want to protect my profit, right? If I did that, I would have gotten out here, which, you know, still a nice gain on this VWAP bounce, or sorry, previous high of day breakout bounce. But guess what? It didn't close there. It bounced up a bit and it closed above the ADMA, and then we got this nice big move here, okay? When I just set that alert a couple minutes ago, right, you can see this right here, right? See how it was pulling back and it was like, oh shit, look at this. Like, okay, this is the time, right? Look at this marginal new high. Oh my God, this is so bearish. Look at this long red candle. It's at 154.54 now. Like, if I don't get out now, then I'm going to lose all the gains I had on this. I got to get out now. I got to get out now. Well, again, you got to learn to you got to learn to wait for the candle to close. Okay? Because while it looked so scary down here, and sure, maybe it looks scary to you here because it's still a red candle and it's backing off the high, this looks much better to close here than it did all the way down here. And yes, it closed below the 8 EMA, which is kind of more or less what I'm using as my guide right now on this trade for potential when do I exit. But guess what? I waited. I waited one more time, meaning one more candle to see, is this going to be like, are we going to go back above the ADMA? What's going to happen? Well, that's exactly what we did here. And why did I feel confident about that? Well, just because it closed once below the 8 EMA, to me doesn't mean like, oh, the stock is like, you know, it's confirmed below the 8 EMA. Like, I want to see one more close just to really see if it actually gets that follow through. And the context is important too, because the market is going higher. I know the market is strong. I know there are buyers in this stock. It's a choppy stock, and the market is not just stacking green candles forever. It's just grinding higher, right? So I'm expecting the stock to do similar. And so with that backdrop, I'm not panicking out of this because, oh my God, look at this long tail. I got to set a hard stop, right? I'm letting this breathe a little bit. Yes, not just let it breathe on the D1 chart, but let it breathe on the M5 chart. And why am I so confident in doing this? Maybe you're thinking, well, shouldn't you have your stop be directly at the 8 EMA because, you know, you got to have this risk to reward ratio and you got to protect your, you know, make your losses smaller, whatever. And it's like, you know, I get that sentiment, like totally get that. But at the same time, I don't use the like risk to reward thing, first of all. I trade the chart, but also while I do generally set some sort of like passive target, I pretty much most of the time never exit at that target, meaning I just watch to see, okay, it hit it. Now what? What's the market doing? What's the stock doing? What was the price action like up to this point in both the stock and the market? Are they both going up? Okay. If I've got a good backdrop, I might even freaking add to the position. So I don't operate in such like bounded conditions of like, oh, I got to exit here or enter there or whatever because, you know, this or that might happen. In other words, I'm willing to push my winning trades because I add to them, I let them ride, I let them do what they're gonna do, and I don't freak out about it. So setting hard stops, once you get more sufficient at trading, like you should not just be throwing them on because you're afraid of, you know, whatever. Learn to let the trade breathe. And in order to do that, you have to be willing to let your winning trades run a bit and feel comfortable with them moving. Don't freak out and don't be so scared about your P&L or whatever. Just wait to see what happens. Okay, so sorry, I just ranted a shit ton there. But why? Well, because again, I could have exited here for, okay win, but look at this. Now I might be able to exit for a great win at the high here, which I'm expecting to get poked at least. We'll see what happens. Okay, enough about Target for now. Hopefully you can shut the fuck up about it for a bit. Meta is sitting right here on this breakout. So long green key bar, I love this. This is a signal to me, right? What the hell does that mean? I like buying on these key bars because these are high volume bars with larger ATR and relatively small tail wick, right? And if the halfway point holds and we break out and the market keeps, doesn't pull back aggressively or anything, then I will add to meta. So yeah. Okay. That's enough ranting for now. I'm fucking finally done with all those alerts. Let's see. Okay. Careful with your longs here, just saying. What do you see? I see things. Sometimes they ain't even there, but that don't stop me from seeing them. They real, damn it. Okay, Harry's saying to be careful with longs here. Okay. Why is that? Well, you might see something. Could be, are we hitting resistance or something? Which, I don't know. We have a pending bullish 1OP cross. Even if he is right, and all of a sudden, everything starts freaking dropping intraday to 508. Like, I'm not going to panic because most of these trades, as I've said, what's it called? Most of these trades are, I'm going to freaking hold them overnight because they have great daily charts and don't mind holding them. So the only exceptions to those are SE, which is one, okay, and it's not really doing anything right now. I would like to see this do something. Set an alert there and see what it does. And then my other one is TGT. CRM. Oh, didn't even mean to click on that alert or whatever, but let's see what it does. You can see we're right at the high here, so this would be a great spot to take profit. I'm just gonna see if this gets hit. If it does, then I'll take profit on it because this has been a nice move up. And again, it's just a day trade. I don't have as much flexibility on it as I do some of the other ones I'm in, so yeah. Okay, TGT, I like this one. Also, whoops, sorry. Just set an alert down there. If it hits that, then I might take profit. Okay, what else would I want to consider taking profit on? That is strictly a day trade. Let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and take profit on target. Let's go ahead and do that. Whoops. Okay. I for some reason did not sell all of it. There we go. Okay. And then I will also take profit on SE. There's one thing I have a feel for the market. Doesn't play a huge role in my trading. Blah 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 blah. It's not exactly from experience. I just have a knack with patterns. Always have. Yeah, Harry does have this thing sometimes where he's like, I feel that, careful with your longs and or shorts here because, I feel like we could be hitting resistance and we might get a drop here. And he's pretty good with those callouts, so you might not be wrong. SE, what am I going to do with this? It's so close to this trend line. Let's just see it hit it. If it hits it, then I'll get out. If it doesn't, then, I'll try to ride it a bit. Okay, CRM, bearish engulf at the high here. Okay, what am I going to do with this? I'm still just going to sit with it for now. Don't really care too much. If it hits it, then I'll get out because day trade, just going to let it do whatever. Oh, hey, look at that. TGT breaking my high that I had set the alert at earlier. I'm okay with that. Even if this keeps going, I made a nice gain in it. Target is a choppy stock. I didn't sell it down here because I just chilled. Let me go ahead and just delete these alerts because I don't need them anymore because I'm not in the trade. Okay. SE was what I was looking at. Yeah, let's just wait to see. Okay, let's take a look at my trades I'm in right now. So Netflix, I bought on that breakout, a starter size, and I want to buy a pullback, which is where I'd consider adding. It is also just very strong on the daily chart, so I would swing this one for sure. Let's flip back here. Okay, nothing too crazy happening right now. So that's Netflix, AVGO. Good fucking lord, this thing is very strong. I apologize for my language, by the way. I tend to be perhaps a little too casual sometimes and just swear a lot, so... Sorry, I was just drinking some water. If that's offensive to you, I apologize. I am going to keep doing what I do, so sorry. Okay, let's see what it does here. AVGO, this is really nice move here. I got long at 1371. Excellent. I'm gonna let it just keep doing whatever right now. GE, no thank you. It's not really doing anything. Crazy daily chart. Absolutely incredibly strong. Okay. All right, so LLY, I am in right now as well. This is a swing, so, you know, whatever, do what you're gonna do. Not gonna freak out about that. Meta, it is kind of just hanging out here. No worries. I like it. Let's see. Let's see if this triggers. I want to see it stay not too far away from this previous high. Long Netflix. Oh, okay. There's Dave going long on Netflix. Huh. That's a pretty good sign to go long or stay long on Netflix. But I'm already long with it, so that's fine. TXN, I went long on it, and when did I go long? 170.65? Yup. And what is this doing now? Well, it is moving higher. I like this one. And I put on a little starter, so what am I gonna do? When the market makes a new high, I will consider adding a little bit to this. Okay, that's TXN, CRM. It's just sitting here right now. I may consider exiting this soon. AMAT, also a freaking monster move. I want to see it break out here. If it does and the market's moving higher, I'm going to add to it. Dash. Okay. This one is technically down by, I don't know, some amount. Who cares? We already talked about this earlier. It's trying to break out through this high and it's struggling a bit, but that's fine. I don't care. I like it on the daily chart. I'm not going to exit because I'm so scared that the market's suddenly going to pull back and my gains in, or my non-existent gains in Dash are going to evaporate. No, I am in control. I'm trading the chart. I like the M5. Well, no, the M5 is kind of crappy right now, but I like the D1. Like this breakout. Like how it's held above AVWAP. It's had time to digest these gains a bit after earnings. And now, well, looks pretty good to me, so I'm going to hold it. Don't really care. Okay, ANF. This one, it's been a little choppy. You know, earlier I said I was considering swinging this because it is so strong, which it is, but the more I think about this earnings date, I do kind of want to be a little bit cautious with that. Or I should be a little bit more cautious with that. Even though it has rallied into earnings a bit. Okay, we'll just see. Let's just see what it does. What do I want to do here? Sorry, I'm kind of just staring at my screen right now and not really like doing anything. Just go ahead and set an alert. If it hits that, then we'll see. Yeah. Because if this were just a day trade, right now, I wouldn't feel too strongly about this just because it's choppy right now. Whereas Target earlier, which, what do you know, it's going higher. Maybe I could have stayed in it. That's fine. Not going to freak out about that. But you see how Target, even though, yes, it's also kind of choppy, it still is grinding higher, right? Whereas this guy is doing, sorry, I hit daily chart for Target. What am I trying to look at? Oh yeah, Abercrombie and Fitch. This guy is just, it's all over the place. Up, down, up, down. It's a freaking roller coaster. It's not really doing anything. Sure, it has some higher lows, but that is nothing to get excited about. So let's just see what it does. Let me go ahead and set a couple of alerts here. So more context. If this were a day trade and I did not have a bullish trend day right now, I would exit right now because this is not very constructive good price action. I do have a bullish trend day, so I'm willing to see what this does. But, you know, I probably should have planned a little bit more before I actually went long on this. So that's a mistake on my part, just because I was willing to consider swinging it. So let's just see what it does here. MRVL, this is also excellent. We have a bearish engulfing candle and we have a marginal new high. Okay, do I freak out here? No. Set an alert there. I already have this upward sloping trend line alert and I already have really nice gains on it. So at this point, I'm just riding it to see what it does. So not gonna freak out about anything here. CM, I am long. Pull back to VWAP, and now it is trying to bounce off of it. Okay. Daily chart. This is a nice little breakout here. Oh yeah, this was just a day trade. Okay, so I just want to see what it does here at this point. I want to see it go higher. I think this was my stop on this. Yeah, I want to see this move back higher. If it goes here, I might just take scratch on it. It's not really doing anything, and I'm not gonna swing this just because it just had earnings, so no biggie. SE, I'm almost done with looking at these positions. Okay, moving, sort of sitting there at NWDC. I like this one. I want to see this long green key bar hold. If it doesn't, that's fine. I already know I like the daily chart on this guy, so don't mind holding it. So that is that. And also, just set an alert at the high of the day. So if and when or whatever, if it starts to go back higher, then I'm gonna know about it. Okay, let's take a look at the what's it called? Excuse me, the chat. Talking more about Harry and what he thinks here. Okay. ANF has breached below the trend line. Okay. All right. I'll exit this for a marginal gain, probably. Don't really mind too much. Wait, what's going on? Is this frozen now? Maybe. Whoops. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Whoops. Okay, no, sorry. I'm distracted looking at all these things. Okay, no, I am not going to close it just yet. Let's just see what it does. Set some alerts there, and then we will just move on. Okay. All right, so back to trading. Dell is still sitting there. Don't really like what it's doing, as in I want to see it get an actual move, not just sit there and do nothing. CAT, no thank you. Target, this one was good. DXCM, damn, that's a nice move. And that's a big ass bullish engulf above ABWAP. Sorry, not ABWAP. I think the 50 SMA. 200 SMA through ABWAP. It's close to the 50 SMA. Okay. Not going to go long now. I was considering going long on a breakout to this high here, but that's okay. I do not, and that's fine. CN, damn, that is nice. Isidore went long with this earlier. Holy shit, that is nice. I almost went long here on this pullback here, move up. Whew, that would have been nice, but it's okay. Not going to catch them all, especially when I'm recording and talking a lot. Not going to be able to catch everything, and that's fine. Okay, Netflix is trying to break out to a new high. Might add to that at some point. Oxy, nope, too choppy. CAH, no thank you. Okay, what else? CM. Just gonna flip through these really quickly. CM, I am long right now. WDC, I'm also long. AVTR, no thank you. I need to really clean up this clutter I have in here. AR, absolutely not. Look at that pullback. That is not what I am trying to go long on. TGT, no. GE, no. Okay, so what am I doing right now? I'm just going through all these alerts that have triggered and or set and just cleaning them up. Qualcomm continues to say freaking excellent. Market still just grinding higher, nothing too explosive. That's what we like. Okay, so Qualcomm, I'm gonna just reset that alert. If I can get something on it, then tell me about it because that is a freaking nice move. SE, this thing is just compressing. I hope this trend line just triggers and I can get out just because stock is doing nothing. Cart. No, I'm just gonna close that because it's not anything too crazy. Fang. The daily chart on this was okay, but it's choppy right now. Had earnings and it's been chilling here. Not bad. I'll reset this. No, well, technically I already have it set still. Let's just see what it does. SE, aha, look at that. I got an alert that it broke out above this high. You love to see that. Okay, what am I doing here? Or what am I trying to do here? Not really anything. Just wait to see what happens with this alert line down here. Okay, CM. Damn, I have the same freaking stock set over and over with alerts on it, feels like. Qualcomm. Just reset that. NTNX. It's too choppy. SMCI. Nope, too choppy. AVGL. Just freaking continues to move higher. Tell me when that high is broken. Meta. So what I'm doing right now is pretty much just my process of what I'm doing. I have positions, I check them out, and then I just go through and check out stocks that I'm in my watch list, which is basically my alert console here, and I just watch to see what happens. NRG, okay, still no thank you. It's just a little too choppy. CMI, daily chart on this is nice, but this is crappy, bouncy aroundy, not really doing anything. Just set an alert at the high and then just wait to see what happens. TXN, I'm still long on this guy. Yeah. Very, very, very nice move on that. JPM, get rid of that. That was from earlier. Whoops. CLF. No. Too choppy. I do like the daily chart though, I think. Yeah, stock is choppy though. So if I can get a retest of this breakout and then a move higher, then potentially. But until then, I'm not going to chase this, especially because it's showing that it's choppy as hell today. Amazon, 5-minute chart. Let's take a look. It's continuing to try to push higher. Decent volume. Okay, I will reset that alert. And let me clean up some of these other ones because I already know what they are doing and I don't care for them. Let's see, Oxy. Oxy. Oh, hell no, that's way too choppy. SE. Once again, it is just sitting here compressing. That alert line's gonna trigger soon. See what happens. NRG, I've already clicked this one like 100 times it feels like, so don't need to look at it. TXN, already clicked on that. LRCX. Okay, my platform is lagging a little bit, so let me just give it time to recalibrate, so to speak. And let's just see. Amazon added to swing. Just seeing what these people are saying in the chat right now. McDonald's, puts, autos, cover my bullish credit spread. Okay. Damn, why is this frozen right now? Sometimes my Option Soccer Pro does this, especially when I'm on my laptop. And Yeah, this just seems to happen because, to be honest, I don't know. It just happens sometimes. And it could be because I'm on my MacBook Pro and I'm running this on parallel. There's parallels. There's probably just something with the emulation software that just makes it a little bit less optimized. And it's definitely slower than when I'm running um, software on my PC. So, yeah. Okay. SE, I'm going to get out of this. I have nice gains on it. And yeah, I'm just going to let it take my profit on that because this was also just a day trade because this has earnings very soon. So who cares? I'm sure this will maybe blow up now, but I don't care. I have nice gains on it and I'm not going to push it with something I don't have too much time to hold over the, what is it called? Earnings announcement, which is in like a few days. Okay, Dell has breached above the trend line. Let's see. It is still trying to just push its way higher. Very, very tight price action. Okay. I'm going to open a starting position on this. I feel pretty good about it. This is a day trade. Keep that in mind. A day trade. I am not doing anything ridiculous as far as, oh, I'm going to swing it because look at this bullish reaction. Hell no. That is not what I'm trying to do. And why am I going long right now? Well, I feel that it's going to pop up. I can see the volume is picking up here. And so I'm going to get long on this just to start a bit. And if it works and it goes up as I expect it to, then, oh, I can add to it. If it doesn't, then okay. If it hits view up, then, you know, that's my stop on this one. Not going to worry about that. Just so I know if it's starting to move, I'm going to set that alert there. And where am I long? Dell? I am long Dell at 122.15. So let's see what this does. AMAT. Trying to make a new high. Do I want to add to this? I kind of want to, but let's just chill for a bit. Check out some of my other day trades, CRM. Excuse me, just drinking some more water. In fact, let me drink a little more water again. Okay, excuse me, CRM. Very nice. Having a little bit of a struggle here at this high of the day, but no worries. See if it can go back up here again. I'm expecting the market to just either stay flat or continue to grind higher at this point. I still am waiting for this bearish 1OP cycle to complete. This is a divergence, bearish divergence. What does that mean? It pretty much, too long didn't read, confirms the strength of the trend in the market. Because if the market were going, or excuse me, when 1OP is in a bearish cycle and if it's going down like it is here, you would expect generally 80% of the time the market would also be going down. But when it doesn't and you have heavy volume in the market and you have this bearish 1OP cycle and the market should be going down but it's going up, this market is like a pressure cooker. And once this crosses, it is likely going to result in a new high and we'll get a nice big volume move up. And hopefully no stacked candles because that could be a buying climax. But we'll see. Let's just see what happens. I'm expecting the market to just keep pushing higher as it is right now. So let's just wait and see. Also, yeah. Let me go ahead and just tell the chat that I'm recording this video. Sorry if my posts have been late. I have been day trading other stocks as well. I am recording a live video of me trading around that I will upload end of day. And so if you want to see what I am doing, you can watch then. Okay, Pete, when we do hit resistance, it will likely be a long green candle that is reversed. The next candle or two, watch for that. Yeah. Okay, what am I looking for? What am I looking for? I am just continuing to monitor my stuff. Stuff meaning my trades. Okay. What is going on here? So what are some other day trades that I want to look at? ANF is one of them. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just exit this for small profit because, like I said, I don't really want to swing this anymore, and that was a little mistake on my part to jump in a little bit before I decided fully, am I actually going to swing this? Because I was not paying attention to this earnings. Okay, I think I posted ANF earlier. I don't know. I definitely posted ANF earlier, so yeah, exit long ANF. Took small profit at, I think it was like 130 something. Yeah, 130, 30, yeah. Originally considering a swing, but overlooked the fact that earnings is early next week. Okay, I did post that, so the trades that I have posted, I'm just gonna throw in and exit because I need to do that. And what are the trades I've posted? I don't freaking know at this point. I know, well, I do know some of them, but not all of them. MRVL, yeah, this thing just fucking keeps going up. Do I want to add here? I kind of want to. I feel like I've said that 100 times now. Oh, I kind of want to add here. And, well, I kind of do want to add here, but I want to see, or actually, you know what? I'm just distracting myself. That's pretty much what's happening here. And honestly, I don't need to go long on any more new positions, so. All right, let's watch what Pete is talking about here. And what is he talking about? Well, let's go back and actually look at what he's talking about. He says, when we do hit resistance, it will likely be a long green candle that is reversed the next candle or two. Watch for that. So why does that matter? Well, first of all, what he's referring to is if this market starts to get ahead of itself and we start to see long green candle, like really long green candles that stack, that could result in a potential buying climax, especially if that happens around the 515 level. And if you draw an upward sloping trading channel, it would pretty much coincide right around that 515/520-ish level. And if something like that happens, right, that upward sloping trading channel, sure, it's just a technical measure or whatever of just like drawing the trend, strength of the trend. But if what it means is if it were to break out above that point, right, then this market might be getting a little ahead of itself. Which, how do I draw this? I don't know. It doesn't have to be exact. It's basically something like this. And then I can draw in the lower end of this, which that's not very parallel. And yes, I know this is not exact. Who cares? I just want parallel lines. Close enough. This is basically the channel that we are in right now. And you can see the market has been trading within that. And if we blow out through the high, that's where we need to be careful of a potential buying climax. So yeah, let's go ahead and just watch and see. Okay, I am just too fucking all over the place right now in my head. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, what are my other day trades besides CM and I think that's the only other, oh, CRM, of course. Okay, this isn't really doing anything. Market's going higher. I've had a really nice move here. I mean, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna watch the market here and see. So if the alert triggers to the upside or downside, then I will take the profit on it regardless. Okay, and Dell, what is Dell doing? Dell is delling around right now. What does that mean? I just made that up. It's just still kind of sitting here. Where did I go long on Dell? I went long on Dell at 122.15. Yes. Okay. So let's just see if this triggers. So I entered this move preemptively, meaning this is a bit of an anticipatory trade, and you can argue that that's stupid, and well, it kind of is, to be honest. I just like this gradual grind higher once we got back above VWAP, and we've just been kind of moving higher. So I just wanted to just a small starter position. If it explodes or it starts to move higher, then well, I'm in the position. If it doesn't and it starts to pull back, okay, then we'll just see. I'm not trying to do anything insane here. I'm just trying to get in on this move. And if it happens, then cool. If it doesn't, then, whatever. Then I know next time, don't be a dumbass and get in too early. Just wait a little longer. WDC. Let's see. Let me drink some water. It does seem like it's hitting a little bit of M5 resistance here. I like the daily chart. It's been able to hold this halfway point of this long green candle. It's still above the ADMA. This is not a day trade. This is a potential swing. Let's just see what it does. I have some decent profit in this one. CRM is broken below the trend line. Okay. Just go ahead and take profit on this one. That is what I said I would do, and that is what I will do. Go ahead. Bam. Okay. And nice. Yep. Okay. I am out on this one at 317.72 for, what was that? I think I got in at like 316 something, like right here. Yeah, it's like a dollar 20-cent gain or something. No, $1.40 gain. I don't know, something like that. So, okay, nice little day trade. And again, only a day trade because it just announced earnings, and I don't have staying power in this. So I just wanted to catch this little bounce off of VWAP, take advantage of, I've got a bullish trend day, I've got okay strength in this stock. This is just some profit taking. I'm gonna ride that bounce, and well, it's pretty much what I did. And if you're asking why am I not holding on to the 8 or waiting for the ADMA to confirm here like I did with Target, well, at this point I already told you I dropped the alert line here and there, and I was like, whichever one triggers first, then I'll just get out. And it hit the downside, and at this point I just want to be managing my day trades a little bit more closely, meaning I just want to keep a closer eye on them just in case we do get that SPY pullback. Okay, what else is going on? Dash for a scratch. Dash. Oh, it's right at the high. Okay. Can you freaking do something this time, Dash? Let's see if you can break out. Market. Is this scary? No. We have the open of this long green key bar to watch. And even if that were to get, if the price goes below it, okay, that's fine. I mean, it's not just going to go straight up or, whatever, right? It's going to have these tight move higher, and that's what we want. We don't want anything explosive. We want just the gradual grind higher. So I'm not going to freak out about that. I guess another thing to ask is if you're long right now and you are looking at this and you're like, oh my God, like, I think this is it. Like the market might reverse. Like Pete just said, he said when we do hit resistance, will likely be a long green candle, reverse in the next candle or two. Watch for that. Okay, so I did just say I'm not worried about this, and technically Pete says watch for the reversal of this. So what does that mean? It just means if this closes below it and the volume picks up and it starts to like go down, 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 okay, then be watchful of that. But again, whether that or not that happens, ask yourself here. If you're so scared about a red candle, a potential bearish hammer or whatever, and your longest stock or 2 or fucking 9 or whatever, like I am, and you're scared, ask yourself, if you're so scared, is it because one, you're afraid of losing profit in your trades? If so, then you're thinking too much about money and you need to trade the damn chart. How do you do that? You start with paper trading and or one share, and you just keep practicing that until you are strictly trading the chart and you're not freaking out about money or whatever. And it takes time to do that. And I totally understand it's not easy to do that. And it's part of why trading is hard, because trading is, well, an emotional game, more or less. And you have to be in control to some degree. And to do that, you trade the technicals, right? Or you have some sort of defined stop, mental stop or whatever that, you know, if it hits, then you're like, okay, I'll get out. Or if I have a passive target and it hits, okay, then maybe I'll get out there. But you're in control, and that's part of your plan. It's not a reactive, oh, fuck, this alert just triggered, I gotta get out right now kind of thing. Like, again, with what I was seeing in Target earlier, which, let me guess, it's probably fucking going higher. Yep, that's fine. But I said, right, I didn't freak out here because it poked down here or here or here or whatever. I just let it keep going, and I took profit around my target, which was 154.99. So, yeah, we are just watching now. Okay, Dell has broken above the trend line. What was that trend line? Oh, it was that one right there. Okay. You can see the volume is picking up here. All right, I like that. So now with something like Dell, right? Remember, this is an earnings day trade, so I am not trying to swing this or anything. I'm just looking for a nice move in this. If it goes back and it hits this, right, which is right around my entry, then I'll watch to see what is the price action like on the way down. Was it a long ass red bearish engulfing candle? Okay, then maybe I want to watch out. But okay, I don't know what the hell I just did. I don't know why that pink line was popping up, but yeah, I'm expecting this to just keep kind of grinding higher, and that's pretty much what it's doing right now. What's the next stop for this to hit? Maybe this, which, judging by the price action, it's just going to keep grinding higher probably. So we'll see what happens. I will set I guess a trailing stop. Well, no, this is not a stop. These are just alerts, just to see what happens if it hits those. Because again, this is just a day trade, and it is a earnings day trade. So yes, okay. Go back to this. LLY, bullish put spread. That is a good trade. I am long LLY in stock, as we talked about earlier. And why? Well, I just like the bounce off of AVWAP. Sure, we've got some market strength today that's obviously helping this out, but it has also just been able to hold it well, and I'm expecting it to move higher. And it's a swing, so, you know, not freaking out by any means about whatever. So that's fine. Yeah, AVGO. Okay, let's see what happens here. Where did I go long on this guy? I went long on this guy at 1369, I think. Yeah, I forget what yeah. Okay. Just watching this one. Let's see. What else am I doing? Okay. Oh my god, do I freak out now because my alert was just triggered that this broke? Hell no, this is freaking strong. I'm just watching it. So what I'm gonna do is just set this. Now if it closes below this, after it triggers this, right, then I might consider taking profit. I've got really nice profit on this right now, so yeah, I don't need to, like, sorry, my brain is scrambling right now. I honestly wouldn't mind taking profit here. Let's just see what it does. I've got a market that's continuing to move higher, so I'm just watching. Okay, let's go ahead and check out some other stuff. Okay, one day trade I'm in that's doing fuck all right now is CM. It is just sitting here. What am I gonna do with this one? I don't know. I've got a market that's moving higher. This thing is just really doing nothing. And I just have a starter on in this. I don't know. Let's just see. If it triggers that, then, whatever. I'll scratch it, potentially. But if it's not doing anything right now with the market moving higher, it's just, like, why sit in this and just wait, right? There's so much better shit going on right now. Meaning there are just so many other stocks that are strong that it could be adding to. Okay. AVGO, that was an alert from something else, so whatever, wait for this line to get hit if it does. I'm just checking out positions right now. Meta looks excellent. This is what I was talking about earlier, where the lines for the alert lines, like the trend lines, have been kind of sticky, meaning they just sort of sit here. Okay, so that is Meta, TXN. Very nice. Let's see. What else? Sorry, I'm pausing again. Dell. All right, that's what you like to see. Getting a nice little move in this one. I sort of want to add to this, but I'm gonna hold my horses. Just wait a bit. Okay. What else am I doing here? AMAT. Holy shit, that is a nice move too. I've got really, really, really nice profits in these trades right now. The only one that's kind of stinky, meaning not really doing anything, is LLY, but that's a swing, and CM, which is just sitting here doing nothing for the most part. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out MRVL. That's another semi I'm in. This thing just fucking keeps going up. So also like AVGO, just go ahead and set some of these alert lines at the open of this recent long green bar to see what it does. I have very nice profit on that. Dash. Oh man, this thing is just having a hard time here. It is not breaking out. What am I going to do with it? I don't know. I just have faith that it's going to break out of here. For some reason, even though it's clearly struggling, market's going higher. Let's just see. I don't mind it for a swing. But if the market, if we were to get that capitulation and the market just, buying climax, then, I'm going to watch this stuff. But yeah, okay, that's fine for now. AVGO, okay. Remember I said wait for the candle to close? That's exactly what I'm doing here. Okay, so closed right there. Sorry, no, it closed above the long green key bar. So do I get scared? No. But holy fuck, look at this move right now in the market. This is kind of crazy. I'm going to go ahead and take profit on AVGO because this is a really nice move. This is very, 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 very nice move. Okay, got out at 1399.46. I posted this in the chat earlier, so I'm just going to go ahead and post my exit. Exit long AVGO at 1399. Yeah, dot 41 for very large profit. Okay, that was a really fucking nice trade. Okay, what else? Sorry, I'm just blanking here. That probably means I need some water. Okay. Excuse me. Back at it. All right, so Let's see. WDC. What is this guy doing? It's also kind of just chilling here, struggling at the high of the day a bit. I might consider taking profit on this. Because if SPY's doing this, and this is just sitting here, although I don't mind it on the D1, let's just see what happens here. Got some okay profit on this. But yeah, let's just see what happens here. And it would be nice to reduce some of my positions a bit. Yeah, because again, you know, I'm feeling good about pretty much all of these, but I just want to watch this market. I want to make sure it does not get ahead of itself. Netflix partial profits and calls. Okay. DoorDash. What are you doing, DoorDash? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and exit DoorDash for a small profit. Probably. Dell, pulling back a bit. Okay, I'm gonna take profit on Dell. Nice. Why am I not waiting? I could have, but just reducing some of my, I guess I'm definitely not going to be swinging this kind of thing. So nice little day trade. Made something like 60 some cents on that, which could have gotten more here. And honestly, I could probably stay in, but yeah, I'm just going to chill for now because I've got nice gains on that. So let's just keep going with that. Dash, yeah. So, okay, so sorry. If you're wondering why all of a sudden I'm like just exiting stuff, it's just so that if this market just blasts off and we get that very intense buying climax, I just want to make sure I'm reducing some of my longs a bit and the not strongest ones, so that, you know, I can be out of those for a profit in case this market does decide to just whatever. Okay, CM. It seems to finally be doing something. What am I going to do with this? Well, this thing's been taking forever, honestly. I'm just going to go ahead and set an alert. If that triggers, then I might be out. If this triggers, okay, then I might take profit there. Yeah. So, WDC. Yeah, I guess I'm just watching here with this one. All right, quick other positions that are doing really well. Netflix. Oh, that is a nice nice long green key bar, which it's kind of popping out of this little channel here if you draw like that. Is this a buying climax? Probably not, but got two long green key bars in SPY. I'm watching this very, very closely. I do not want this to get way too ahead of itself because that is going to attract profit taking at some point. Okay. DoorDash. It's gonna try again, maybe? I have no idea. Let's just wait and see. Meta. Could be hitting a little bit of resistance here. Lost a little bit of relative strength, no worries. Got an excellent daily chart on this. Okay. What am I gonna do with Meta? I'm just gonna set an alert at the high, and then I'll set an alert right here so I can evaluate. Well, okay, that's gonna trigger in probably 0 seconds, but let's just see what happens. I might take profit in Meta soon because it's just kind of sitting here doing nothing right now. Okay, CN, bullish HA reversal. Ooh, that's kind of nice. I don't really want to go long on anything else here right now though, because I feel like this market is starting to just not entirely get ahead of itself yet, but it's just buying a lot. This is where you should trade carefully. That is exactly what I'm saying right now. And if Pete's saying that, and that is just what I was also thinking, then fuck me. All right. I'm going to go ahead and exit Dash for a small profit. Just don't like what it's doing here. And then do I want to exit AMAT, any of my other trades? Oh yeah, probably want to exit this one. AMAT. What do I want to do here? I don't know. I'm gonna be crazy, I guess. Let's just see if it hits that, which it probably will because it's probably like not even 10 cents away, but let's just see. Got very nice profit in that. Meta, still just sitting here. TXN, bearish engulfing candle. Okay, I'm gonna watch this one as well. Let's see. Put this here. MRVL. Also a bearish, lots of bearish engulfing candles. Very, 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 very interesting. Interesting indeed. AMAT is broken below the trend line. Okay. Looks like semis are potentially pulling back a bit here. Which, do I freak out? No, but because I'm in so many semis right now, TXN, I'm gonna go ahead and just exit the semis right now because I have very nice profits in these. So I'm gonna exit AMAT at 210. Wait, let me look at the chart really quickly. Just set that again. Okay. Sorry, let me flip through the semi type positions real quickly just to see what they're doing. TXN. Okay. If the market just pauses here a bit and doesn't keep stacking green candles, then that's kind of nice. But let's just see here. Sorry, I'm kind of micromanaging these positions right now. CM. Nice. Okay, what am I going to do here? Meta broke above the trend line. Oh, look at it try to go. Netflix. I'm going to go ahead and take profit on this one, I think. Got a nice move on it. The stock is really choppy, so it could just like pull back a bit here and then close here and then just like do nothing for a few days and then go higher, which is probably what it's going to do. But I'm going to take profit in it because I've got some profit. I've got like a $5.50-ish cent profit on it right now. So just exited that at $6.1659 for $5 some profit. Meta, I'm fine with. Something posted in the chat. McDonald's bullish put spread for loss. Okay. CM, I'm going to exit this one too. This thing is just not really great. I was just looking for a VWAP bounce and I kind of got it, but I don't know. It's just whatever. Exit that. AMAT. Okay, now I'm getting all these alerts for these guys. All right, I'll go ahead and exit these ones. AMAT. Take profit on this guy at 210 something. At 210.56. Sorry, 210.55. If it goes back up, then, you know, cool. MRVL. What's this gonna do? What is this going to do? I don't know. If I did, then, well, I would be a profit. But I'm gonna go ahead and take profit on this guy probably because, yeah, got very nice profit on him. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and exit TXN2 for a nice profit. I only got a starter on this one, but this is still a starter for a bullish trend day, so it still has decent size. But I'm just gonna go ahead and exit here. What else do I have? Like in TJX for short side, okay. So my other positions are WDC, which is still compressing at the high. Probably gonna consider exiting that as well. Oh, I never exited MRVL. I should probably do that. Oops. Okay. Exiting MRVL with about $1.50 some profit. I could have exited here. Sure. If I could time the top, I could have. I could have exited right away on this bearish engulf, which is kind of what I was trying to do, but I just didn't because I was talking too much and just, yeah, oops, whatever, that's fine. Meta is fine. Still looks good. Just gonna let it breathe a bit. Market is just trying to push higher again. So I'm just watching, just watching. My only 3 positions now are WDC, Meta, and LLY. Well, excuse me. Let me just check something really quickly on my monitor, or sorry, my work screen. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Okay. Take some water real quick. And we are back. Whoops. Almost just dropped my keyboard on the floor. That would have been fun. All right. EMR, HOOD. Okay, WDC. Aha, look at that. It's popping off now. I like that. So what did I do with this one? Remember? Well, I had this alert line set here to see, does it break below? If it does, I'll take profit. If it breaks here above, then I will take profit. Which I am considering doing. You were right on major support for TJX. Let's see. Well, first of all, I mean, obviously, most stocks are not going to be in an extremely strong downtrend on a day like today, which is just probably not going to happen. Yeah, I don't see anything I like about this. For the short side, I mean, yeah. What don't I like about this on the short side? Well, first of all, it just had earnings. It needs time to, figure out what the hell it's going to do. Also, it's been in a longer term uptrend, right? Scroll back. Why the hell? I would definitely not want to short this, that's for sure. So as far as a short pick, I'm sure there's probably better out there. Yeah, I don't know. And I also just don't like the choppiness in this stock. I remember people were trading this, and some people had really nice profit on it. I just didn't really like the choppiness in this thing. So yeah, I agree with Harry. This is definitely not something. Okay. I'm getting carried away. What was I doing? I was looking at stuff I am long in. Okay, so Meta is good. Yeah, that is good. LLY. Oh shit, I gotta post my exit for AMAT in the chat. Right. Did I post an exit for... Okay. I did not post an exit for Dash, so I need to do that. Back. Exit Dash at, what did I exit it at? I think it was 129.15 something. Yeah, 129.15 for profit 10 minutes ago. Okay, what else did I exit that I posted? AMAT. Yeah, AMAT was a fucking big ass trade. Sorry, what the hell does big ass trade mean? That means it was a very nice gain on this one. So where, I think I exited at like 210.50, 60, 210.56. Okay. Exit long AMAT at let's see. Yeah, 210.56 for large profit on at, yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, so what else am I doing now? Those are the only ones I had posted earlier, so I'm just chilling right now. Um, what do you know? Aim at back above the high. Okay, that's fine. I took very nice gains in that. I could have taken it higher, sure, but again, I am just watching this market here, and I needed to pare back on some of my positions because I was a little too long on stuff, so I am totally okay with that. Let's just see if the other semis are also bouncing. Oh, MRVL is not. What about TXN? It's just kind of sitting at the bottom there. So AMAT is definitely strong. AVGO, you're just sitting there doing nothing. Okay. Oh, right. I was going to exit this one. Okay. Well, I've got nice profit in this one. I might consider taking profit in it. Well, okay. I was going to on a break of that. But now it's moving higher. Just set an alert right there. See if that triggers. Which, again, like a lot of my other alerts, they're a little tight to where the current price is, so it probably will trigger, but let's just see. Meta. Yep. Also just kind of grinding higher. LLY. This is a potential swing, or sorry, no, this is the one I'm swinging. And yep, that's fine. The only thing that would make me consider selling this today for a loss is if we get that buying climax in the market, which is what I'm watching for, which it is not this price action here, because what it would look like is you would see more of these long green key bars just like stack up, and it's like, holy shit, it's like a rocket ship explosion, and then all of a sudden you get an immediate reversal, and then it's just like aggressive selling on the way down. Then I might exit this just because I could probably get in for at a nicer spot if we do hit that climax, because that would probably result in some profit taking on SPY, which it of course doesn't mean it will, but let's just see. Let's just see. Don't need to do anything right now. Okay, WDC. I have gotten an alert for. Nice lag on my computer. Let's pull back. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Do I take profit yet? I feel like I should. Just because, you know, this is decent profit. SPY is just kind of chilling here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take profit on this one. Okay, so I'm exiting this guy at 64.16 for what was that, like a 60-cent gain? Yup. So where did I go long on this one? I bought it on this pullback here, and then bought, and then I just rode that. So pullback to VWAP, got a strong market, and I've got a strong stock that has pulled back to VWAP. We've got a big breakout here. I like this. I still like it. Just being cautious here. Okay. Meta is the only other one I am long. Sorry, well, LLY of course, but Meta is the only other one that I'm just like actively watching still. Okay, what am I gonna do with this guy? I don't know. Yes and yes. Is today rebouncing for the S&P? Dell's the favorite. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Close that alert. Whoops. Okay, yeah, close that alert. All right, my brain is all over the place right now from talking so much, so let me, excuse me, drink some water. All right. I am hydrated, I think. Okay. Uh, huh. I was going to. I'm gonna let this close first. See if it triggers that. Just because the market still has some steam left in it. I got an alert on CM. Okay. Okay, well, I already exited this day trade. This wasn't really an amazing trade, but took some small profit on it at the high here, at the retest, and that was a good idea because now we're pulling back and the market is beginning to just chill out a little bit. All right, Meta, what are you doing? You are still forming your candle. Okay, you hit that alert. Let's see if you can hit this one. We're playing a game of catch the knife on Meta. No, I'm not buying here while it pulls back. Guess what I mean is let's just see if Meta keeps hitting my alerts. All right, someone just posted the fish we're biting today. That means you can cast until your arm falls off. That is exactly like that. From a trading standpoint, you take nice position as bullish and confirms. You add, give that commentary, then you ride what you have on, and you look for signs to take gains. We've not seen them yet, but the hour is late. You know that days like this will have to feed for a few days because they won't be biting like this all the time. Yep. All right. Okay, I'm gonna just take profit on this guy. Meta. All right, out at Meta at 504.64. Good weight, but to be honest, I'm getting a little tired from doing this for, I don't even know how long I've been doing this now. Probably no more than like 2 hours, but I'm a little tired. So that's probably a sign I should just like chill out for a bit. But what I would like to do before I stop is take a look at the trades I've made today and see how I did with my exits, because you guys pretty much got to see all of them. Well, okay, I just mentioned a lot of them that I was already in before I went long, or I started recording, but I did go long a few others while I was recording this. So let's go and see how we did today. So the first one I went long on was ANF. I wanted to potentially swing this, and I could have. You can see stock did kind of poke back high, which, okay. Sure, I could have exited for a larger profit, right? I could have waited for this to trigger here, which, you know, sure. But my original thesis on this was, well, I've got a nice daily chart. Earnings, yes, is next week, but I can just ride this because we are rallying into all of these earnings announcements, as previously we can see. But I realized that probably not the smart thing to do because I have the weekend coming up. So Monday would be the 4th, and then I only have like 2 trading sessions before the earnings report. So my original reason for entering was kind of flawed because I was going to lean on the daily chart, and then I realized I shouldn't. And then because it strictly kind of turned into just a day trade, this choppiness here, even though we've got a bullish market, this choppiness just told me to just, you know, don't freak out, or sorry, what am I trying to say? Don't expect this to do a whole lot. At this point right here where I exited, I had no idea what this was going to do because it's just flapping around. So yeah, sure, hindsight, I could have waited for that alert to trigger, but I'm okay with it. My original reason for entering just probably wasn't proper, so I shouldn't have even just taken that trade to begin with. So fine, I'll take the small gains on that. Okay, what else? Dash. Okay, so yeah, I like the breakout. I like this pullback to view up. A little aggressive pullback, but also at the same time, you have to look at this run up. This is a freaking rocket ship up. So buying pullbacks on this can be a little scary in that usually the pullbacks on a huge move like this are going to be, well, potentially just as equally explosive because you're going to have profit takers here. And as that selling accelerates, it might prompt other buyers to also sell it. And so I went long here though, because I was like, well, I've got a nice bullish breakout. I have a bullish trend day in the market. I like it. I don't mind holding this if the market stays flat or goes down. But I exited because I had a lot of positions on, and as Pete and Harry have been warning about, watch for a potential buying climax and or just a market that's getting a little ahead of itself that might bring in some profit taking. I decided to just exit this because what I wanted to see happen was this high of the day breakout, and I was expecting it to because this bullish market backdrop. There are buyers in here. I know that. We keep getting smacked back down, but as the market goes up, I'm expecting this to go higher. So as the market kept going higher and this did not happen, meaning the breakout was not manifesting in itself, well, part of my intraday thesis for this was that it's probably going to break out. It's not happening, so it's not really doing what I'm wanting it to do on the M5. And I had this one last attempt here. I think I got out around here, somewhere in this box. Don't really remember where, but I just saw it wasn't getting up here. And at this point here, compared to here, right? This is several hours later, my fear for the market to get a little ahead of itself became more real. So, okay, just decided to, excuse me, take gains on that because, well, I have some gains on it. Don't know how I feel about the market here. I've got other positions that are doing better, so let's just close this one out. And that's what I did. Okay, whoops. Context. Okay. That's not what I was doing. Okay, next one, AMAT. This is a beautiful trade. I could have added here on this pullback. In other words, I could have waited to see, right? Use that EMA as my guide like I did on Target. But I had very nice gains in this. The semis were pulling back, so it wasn't just unique to this. And I was in quite a few semi stocks, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take gains on this. I had very nice gains on this. I added to the position earlier, and, well, ended up being a really nice trade. Could have stayed in longer, but again, when I was long here earlier, my fear at this point was, well, what if the market explodes higher? I don't want to have to exit a gajillion positions at once because that's not what I'm trying to do. So I am happy with this. Let's see, LLY. This is my long that I am going to swing, assuming this explosion up in the market doesn't happen. But even if it does, yeah, I don't know. Let's just see what happens. I may potentially close that depending on what this market does today. AVGO, this was also an excellent trade, which I got out at $13.99, I think. See, this is the thing, right? Like with AMAT, on that long red bar, it's like, okay, well, that's a bearish engulfing candle. That's a good sign to take some profit. And the same thing with MRVL, right? And for AVGO, I also had nice gains in this one. I had really, really nice gains in this one. So I'm okay taking my profit here. I don't know what's going to happen. Feeling uncomfortable with the market to some degree. So let's just take the gains. Okay, so that's that one. What else? Oh yeah, MRVL. Yep, I went long on this one. Oh, I should be saying where I went long on these things. Oops, that's kind of not good. Okay, I already talked about what I did for Abercrombie and Fitch on that pullback. Same with Dash. I bought here on this pullback somewhere around this 128 some level. 128.70-ish. I posted this one in the chat room, so if you're a one option member, you can go in the chat room and find my exact entry on that. But I exited that around somewhere in this box. I don't remember. Okay, let's keep going. Don't want to get too carried away with this. AMAT, I think I entered here on this new high of the day. This one is also in the chat room somewhere. but I entered on this breakout. And again, context, I pretty much never, ever trade a breakout like this unless I have a very strong and or weak market if it's a short. And I have that today. So I was like, I'm okay buying this. I've also got a nice daily chart as well. So this is great. And I went long here. Normally, I would not have done that. Technically, I also had this Heikeneshi reversal, which I love to buy those off of a bounce off VWAP, which is pretty much right where I got long on this one. But buying at the high of the day is still kind of sketchy on most non-powerfully moving market days, which is, well, that's what we have today is a powerful moving market. So I went long there. I've got no problem going long when I have a strong market tailwind like today. Okay, that was AMAT, AVGO. I think we just talked about this one as well. Yeah. I posted this one in the chat room. Got long on this one, I think at 1369 or so on this high of the day here. And this little pullback to view up, high or low if you want to call that. Felt good about it. Strong daily chart. Market moving higher. Let's go long. And that's exactly what I did. Okay. CM. Where did I go long on this one? I need to figure that out really quickly. CM. I went long on CM at 48.59, which was, it wasn't this bounce here. I think it was this bullish hammer here or something like that. Or maybe it was up here. Yeah, I felt good about it. Yes, stock is kind of choppy, so I should expect that. Go to the daily chart. This was just a day trade because this just announced earnings, but I liked the reaction. I like this breakout above this longer term H minus 10 TL line. So, you know, for a day trade, I was like, yeah, why not? Bullish market, let's do it. And that's exactly what I did. And took profit somewhere up here. Where did I say I took profit? What does it just say here? 48.60? Yeah. When this high here could not be broken and I had this bearish engulfing candle and we started poking at this open here, I was like, okay, let's get out. So that's what I did. That one was just a small profit. Not an amazing trade, but okay. Meta, I just exited this. This was the last one I exited. Yeah, and this one, let's see. When I went long on this one, I went long here, I think. Yeah. This one I completely forgot I even had on when I started the video, and it wasn't until I had some other alert line pop up or alert box that I realized I was long. And that was a mistake for me because, again, I was probably a little too overly aggressively long, but I felt I had very strong conviction in the market and the stocks I was going long on. So next time I need to probably just pare that back a little bit. But again, I had all the setups going for me that I just liked. So it's just something for me to keep an eye on. NRG, I also went long earlier in the day. What did I like about this? This was also just a day trade because I just had earnings announcement, but we've got a new breakout to this high. Where did I go long on NRG? I went long on NRG at, I think it was this bounce here off of VWAP. Yeah. And I don't remember where my exit was. It might have been up here on this double top. I will need to double check that. But I did trade energy for earlier in the day before I recorded this. Okay. What else? Let's keep going. So that was just a day trade, by the way. That one was not a I can lean on the daily for it because it just had earnings. SE. I think, yeah, I was in this one, I believe, and I exited while I was recording this. And this one, I think, was also just a day trade because earnings soon. So this one I was not going to swing. So this is a day trade, bought on this pullback here. I like this little, just, pulling back a bit. Stock can be a little choppy. Bought on this pullback. I believe I bought on one of these bars here, and then I sold for a profit somewhere around there, which you all got to see me do. Target. Yeah, this one. This one has a lot of nice lessons on it. Um, to recap the lessons, TLDR, when you're in a stock, have a plan before you exit, or sorry, before you enter, and of course before you exit. And at the time, right, market grinding higher, I wasn't worried or anything like that. The candles were poking back on target, and it's like, oh my lord, this is it. It's gonna reverse here at this point. And what I did was I just waited to see how the candle closed. Yes, I was riding this ADMA. It closed once below it, but then it immediately engulfed that and then went back to the high, and I hit my profit target. So had I used a hard stop down here at like 154, like 43, then I would have had a 30-cent gain or something like that. Which, sure, that's a gain. And if I'm using risk to reward or whatever, then, maybe that's the same amount of what's it called? That's a 1-to-1 risk or reward or whatever the fuck if my stop is down here, which I guess technically that wouldn't have been, but who cares? The point is that the context told me I can ride it. I've got a market that says you can ride this. I just wanted a day trade target. I didn't want to swing this, although I suppose I could have, but target's choppy, and oh yeah, that's why. Earnings is next week for this one. So this was also just a day trade. And yeah, pullback, long green key bar, immediately erase this red key bar. I like it, went long, and I sold at my target, which was 155.99, or sorry, 155, right around that level. Okay. AMAT, we already looked at that one. WDC. Okay, I went long on this one. I don't think I went long. Did I go long on this while I was recording this? I don't know. Maybe I did, or maybe it was before, but I definitely exited this during this recording somewhere, which I think was right here after this long green key bar. Yeah, so what did I like? I liked, first of all, gapped up, held the halfway point, just kind of gradually grinding higher, nothing too crazy. Okay, higher low. We get this pullback to VWAP, it's holding, and then we get this breakout, and I bought it. Bullish trend day, so all right, I'm riding this. Pulls back a bit, and then I'm just kind of watching it here at the previous high of the day. What's it gonna do? I think I set an alert here and here. So is it gonna break the high of the day, or is it going to break the halfway point of this long green key bar to the downside? Well, it broke out, and I said, let's take profit because I'm not gonna get too greedy here with this market, wherever it is right now. So took profit there, and yeah, I would have been fine swinging this, but nice gains, and just unsure about the market right here. And also just reducing my longs as well. Okay, so Netflix was another one I went long on. I took a starter here, and keep in mind my starter for a bullish trend day is going to be larger, excuse me, than a starter on a non-bullish trending day, aka most days. And I also bought, I think here on this breakout to the new high, somewhere around 611.30ish, which, yeah, somewhere in like this bar here. And this was entered during the video. So my premise was, well, Netflix likes to chop around a bit, meaning it pulls back. So I just want to get a starter on because I've got a breakout here. Pretty much never buy breakouts like that, especially right away, unless I've got a bullish trend day. Normally what I like to do is let that breakout happen, get the retest. I want resistance to now be support, and then a bounce off of that. Then I'm good, but I felt confident enough to put on a starter position, and Netflix never pulled back. So I was just like, okay, I'm just going to keep riding this. And that's what I did. Exited around, I think at the end of this long green key bar, I think I mentioned, oh, maybe this is a buying climax or something. I don't know. I had nice gains on it. And yes, I felt comfortable. I can hold this because it is nice and bullish on the daily chart, but it's a choppy stock. You can see that, right? Zoom out a little bit. You can see just kind of moving around a little bit, right? We go up, we go down, 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 we go up. What's gonna happen next? Probably go down. That doesn't mean it's not a good trade anymore. It just means that this thing likes to roller coaster up and down around. So I had a nice profit, and again, just became a little bit more skeptical with the market here. Just like, I don't know how I feel 100%, so let's just see. And now, exited that for a profit. Okay, TXN. This one, I think I entered a breakout here during this recording. Rode this to up here, and then I exit on this bearish engulfing candle. What did I like about it? Support here, we broke out through this SMA 200. We sat there in the 50 SMA, and then yesterday we bounced off of it and on heavy volume. So I liked that. It's a choppy stock though as well. So this one I would feel comfortable leaning on the D1 for, but I had nice gains, and you know, I'm gonna take my gains, and that's exactly what I did. So yeah, that was a nice trade. Let's see. CRM I also traded as well. And this one I know I entered with you guys on this one. Where did I go long on this one? I think it was on this candle here. And I sold, I don't remember. I don't remember if I sold here or after this one last tap at the previous high and then somewhere around here. I don't know. I sold this one for like $1 some profit. Why did I trade this? Well, first of all, this was just a day trade because it just had earnings. I'm not going to swing something that just had earnings. It needs time to figure out what it's going to do after the earnings. And so, yeah, I traded this bounce off of VWAP because I like this setup. Yes, you could say the stock is weak because look at that. It's pulling back. If it's so strong, then why is it not going up with the market? Because the market's going up here as well. Well, that's true, but you know, I still like this setup, bullish trend day or not, right? Market's going to help carry this position with me. I feel comfortable. I already know there are buyers in here. The volume on the way up looks good. The volume on the way down here, this is just some light volume profit taking. And you can see that down here, right? This is not anything crazy. If you look at the volume from earlier, that's nice. That's nice buying. Okay, so I expected those buyers to come back after a round of profit taking. So that is why I took that trade, and I exited near the top once resistance was clearly forming. Okay, Dell, I think this is the last one I have. Yeah, this one was perhaps a little preemptive, but I liked how it got back above VWAP, chilled here for a bit, didn't even go test it again. It just kind of compressed here, then it chilled for a bit, and I liked that it was just sitting around here, and I felt pretty good that it was going to go higher. Now again, this was anticipation on my part, so that's not really the thing you want to be doing. So I'm going to take some points off of this trade just for that, but I still like the fact that it never even came back to test VWAP, right? It just broke above, chilled for a bit, went up a bit, chilled for a bit, and I just really liked the price action here, and I really liked the increasing volume that was coming into. So I rode this trade from 121 something, or maybe 122 something, and then I exited here for a profit after this long red key bar because, again, this is just a day trade because it literally just announced earnings today, and it also is going to potentially have an S&P inclusion to be announced. So I'm definitely not trying to swing this. And, you know, I took my profit on this. I only got a starter on. I would have added if we got some more follow through, but never got time to do that. And you know what? That's okay. And then the last thing I did was, you know what? I might have already looked at this with you guys. I think I did. MRVL got long, I think around this 70 some level right here, which is probably what this blue line is. I think I was waiting for a breach of that. And then I got out here on this profit taking for a very nice gain. And why did I like it? Well, all the semis are freaking strong, and this is a really big breakout, so I liked it. Um, so yeah, that is all of my trades for today. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. So what do we have here? Well, we have a total of, let's see how many individual trades I have. ANF dash AMAT AVGO MRVL CM Meta NRG SE Target WDC Netflix TXN CRM and Dell. Okay. Jesus, that is a lot of trades. I took 15 trades, well, technically 16, because I am in the LLY position right now, but that one I'm just holding because potential swing, just depending on what the market does. But I'm fine with that because the daily chart is fine, and I'm expecting it to just probably keep gradually chopping around higher. Yeah, and so for the other 15 trades, I closed all of them for a profit. So I guess you can say I am 15-0 on trades, 15-0 on trades today. That's pretty awesome. I'm kind of like out of breath right now because I've just been talking a lot. So yeah, sorry if I just sound very unenthusiastic right now. I'm just there's just a lot going on here. So drink some water. Okay. Wow, it is hard to do this live. To be honest, I probably would have ended up taking even more trades because I would have been on these alerts much quicker, but it's probably good I didn't. It's just something I need to watch out for. I think I mentioned this in the chat last time we had a trend day, that I can get a little aggressive, perhaps too aggressive on trend days, just because there's so many setups. And honestly, like, I feel okay with that in the sense that I am riding my market conviction, which was very bullish, and I have all these great setups. This is the time to spread my wings. We're shooting fish in a barrel, so to speak. So that's what I did. The only problem is that in case, for whatever reason, we had a drastic, sudden reversal in the market, which is pretty much an extraordinarily low probability event from what I had outlined in my mental map for the day, unless we get that buying climax, which I would have time to react to. Yeah, like if some sort of violent reversal happened all of a sudden because, I don't know, something in the sky just exploded and it's like an alien invasion or something, and everyone's like, oh my god, stock's dropping because aliens are fucking invading, then sure, I would have lost probably on a lot of trades because that's a black swan event, but I probably wouldn't give a shit at that point if aliens are invading. So yeah, that wasn't really priced into my plan or whatever. But regardless, just for myself and for other viewers, members of One Option, who, if you somehow have been able to listen to me just babble on about this whatever all day long today, yeah, just got to be careful with opening too many positions on, because let's say aliens did invade or whatever, well, I have to exit a lot of shit. And as you can see, especially when I'm recording live too, there's a lot going on. So I'm slow to react to things. Of course, I'm always watching the market, which is the most important thing. Market first, market first. So if suddenly it starts dropping, then of course I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to shut up really quickly and see what's happening. But yeah, I think what the move might be is just, you know, whatever the strongest positions are that I'm in, you know, just ride those ones. I can add to those ones because they have nice price action, and I can feel comfortable in those and add to those because I'm most confident in them. So anyways, it's just something for me to think about. And yeah, just to recap, wow, that was a lot, and I'm tired. And I took 16 trades, 15 of which I have closed. And on those 15 I closed, I won all of them. So this might be my best trading day ever. I have no idea, but I think it might be, which is cool. Don't want to get too ahead of myself though, because I don't want to become overconfident or anything like that, because that is not what I want. But yeah, I felt good. And at this point, I'm just saying the same shit over and over again. So I should probably stop recording and like get up and stretch. Probably get sun in my eyes too, because got up at 6:25 and it's now 11:50. Should probably go outside for a sec. Okay. I don't want to start saying weird shit or something, and then you guys are gonna be like, what is wrong with this guy? In case you're not already saying, what the hell is wrong with this guy? So I'm gonna stop it here. Yeah, this was really fun. Despite I'm tired, I really like this. This is a lot of fun. It just so happened to be that I coincidentally decided to record another video, another live trading session, even though I just did one last week. But I didn't like how last week I did 0 trades. But today is very different. And if you have watched both of those videos, or both of those videos, meaning including this one, then hopefully you see the difference in the context and why I went long on 15 trades today versus going long on 0 trades last week, because the context matters. Market first, market first, market first. So what am I going to do this next time? Is it going to be next Friday? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not going to make any promises. It just so happened to be that today was an easy day for me to do this. So decided to do it, and today it was fun. So yeah. Hopefully next time I do this, the market is less, or okay, so the 2 times I've done this now, including this, we had a dead market and then a bullish trend day. So maybe next time I can record on the market is just whatever. Not really dead, but it's not really like bullish trend day. It's just making some moves, maybe a light volume float higher or whatever. And if I have that, then you can see how I trade on days like that, which generally speaking, I am either not making any trades or I'm just making a couple of trades. Depends on, again, context is everything. So, all right, I'm actually done talking now, so I will stop. This is probably going to take a bajillion hours to upload to YouTube, but that's fine. All right. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I will see you guys next time.